Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children out there keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. Okay, just want to go into a quick lesson. Was listening to the brother GMS Awakening earlier in his lesson that he did about exercising. And, I know this topic been coming up lately about, exercise and being mobile. He's been coming up actually over the years. But as of lately, these past few weeks, probably even months, exercising has been heavily pushed and heavily focused, and not the main focus, but it has definitely been pushed as far as well as diet and just overall fitness, overall health. And just wanted to kind of like add to it, revitalize the topic, and just go into more, because last time I made this lesson about, working out and different things like that, I've gained more knowledge, because the more I've learned, the more new goals I set for myself. I spoke on some of them in my last video, but I didn't speak on, like body goals, different things like that. And the brother, he hit the nail on the point. He hit a lot of good points, made a lot of edifying points, as well as the brothers in the comment section as well of that video. But just my take on just my own personal journey and how I know it's, beneficial to the body, beneficial for me, and that being beneficial to the body too, because me taking care of myself, again, I said this in my last video, me taking care of myself, well, I said that, each one of us are stones, as brothers, we stones for the rebuilding of the temple. And, it's good to be strong, both spiritually, but also physically as well. We are people with potential that's beyond this realm. Our potential goes beyond this physical realm. We have the potential. I'm gonna get that. It go back into our name. Let's see. This is Genesis chapter 32. I'm gonna start at verse 22. Or damn. I'm gonna start at verse 22. Genesis 32:22 in the AMP. But he got up that same night and took his 2 wives and his 2 female servants and his 11 children. And I gotta start it up. This is basically going into when Jacob and Esau was gonna cross paths years after, Isaac had passed and Esau had swore to kill Jacob. This is after them crossing paths again. I ain't gonna read all of it, but I'm gonna just get to the top and then I'm gonna read it down. It says, this is Genesis 32:1. Then as Jacob went on his way, the angels of the Most High met him to reassure and protect him. When Jacob saw them, he said, this is the Most High's camp. So he named the place Mahanaim, double camps. And it says Jacob may have been referring to the angels as another camp along with his own and viewing their presence as evidence of divine protection. This was Jacob's second encounter with the angels of the Most High. Then Jacob sent messengers ahead of him to his brother Esau in the land of Seir, the country of East Edom. He commanded them, saying, this is what to say to my lord Esau. Your servant Jacob says this, I have been living temporarily with Laban, and have stayed there until now. I have oxen, donkey, flocks, male servants, and female servants. And I have sent this message to my Lord, so that I may find grace and kindness in your sight. The message, the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, we went to your brother Esau, and now he is commanding to meet you, coming to meet you, and there are 400 men with him. We already know what time Esau on, Esau talking about he coming to meet his brother with 400 men. We already know what time Esau on. Esau trying to go straight to war, and he trying to fulfill that promise of slaughtering Jacob. But it didn't happen. It wasn't meant to happen. It wasn't going to happen. And Esau still been trying to carry that plan out to this day, and it still ain't going to happen. Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed, and he divided the people who were with him and the flocks and the herds into camels into two camps. And he said, if Esau comes to the one camp and attacks it, then the other camp which is left will escape. Jacob said, O Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, my father Abraham, and God of my father Isaac, the Lord who said to me, return to your country and to your people, and I will make you prosper. I am unworthy of all the loving kindness. And in the KJV, it says, I am not worthy of the least of all the mercies and compassion, back in the AMP, and compassion and of all the faithfulness which you have shown to your servant. With only my staff long ago I crossed over this Jordan, and now I have become blessed and increased into these two groups of people. Save me, please, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him that he will come and attack me with the mothers with the children. And you, Yahweh, said, I will certainly make you prosper and make your descendants as numerous as the sand of the sea, which is too great to be counted. So Jacob spent the night there. Then he selected a present for his brother Esau from the livestock he had acquired: 200 female goats and 20 male goats, 200 ewes, 20 rams, 30 milking camels with their coats, 40 cows, 10 bulls, 20 female donkeys, and 10 donkey colts. He put them into the care of his servants, every herd by itself, and said to his servants, go on ahead of me, and put an interval of space between the individual herds. Then he commanded the one in front, saying, when Esau my brother meets you and asks to whom you belong and where you are going and whose are the animals in front of you, then you shall say, they are your servant Jacob's. They are a gift sent to my lord Esau, and he also is behind us. And so Jacob commanded the second and the third as well, and all that followed the herd, saying, this is what you will say, this what you shall say to Esau when you meet him. I done read it down. I didn't even realize I was going to read it. But I'm going to just keep it going. And you shall say, look, your servant Jacob is behind us, for he said to himself, I will try to appease him with a gift that is going ahead of me. Then afterward, I will see him. Perhaps he will accept and forgive me. And see, in Jacob's mind, he thinking that he needs, some type of forgiveness from Esau, because he understand that the firstborn was supposed to receive the blessing. But what he didn't understand, at least at that moment, was it was already preordained and destined for him to receive it, through the Spirit. Which, he understood that because Rebecca told him. Rebecca told him, just this me speculating through the Spirit, Rebecca told him to play how the elder should serve the younger, what happened prior to them being born, because you can just think about it, how in today's time, like your parents or, guardians or whoever would tell you certain events that took place prior to you being born. So just through the Spirit, I'm pretty sure Rebecca told Jacob, because Jacob was her favorite, I'm pretty sure Rebecca told Jacob to play what was supposed to happen prior to him and Esau being born, and what took place in her womb. So I'm pretty sure he knew. But of course he knew the wrath of Esau as well. He grew up with him. He knew exactly how these Edomites are. He knew exactly how Esau was because he grew up with him. He experienced it firsthand. Yeah, he experienced it in the womb. So verse 21. So the gift of the herds of livestock went on ahead of him, and he himself spent the night back in the camp. But he got up the same night and took his two wives, and his 2 female servants and his 11 children, which was Leah and Rachel, and their 2 servants. All of them belong to Jacob, which are all pretty much his wives. Just 2 concubines and 2 wives. And it says 11 children, and waded over the ford of the Jabbok. Then he took them and sent them across the brook, and he also sent across whatever he had. So Jacob was left alone, and a man came and wrestled with him until daybreak. It said this was the Most High himself, but it was an angel. As Jacob eventually realizes it was an angel. That's basically what it's telling you. It was an angel, not Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua himself. It says, when the man saw that he had not prevailed against Jacob, he touched his hip joint, and Jacob's hip was dislocated as he wrestled with him. Then he said, let me go, for the day is breaking. But Jacob said, I will not let you go unless you declare a blessing on me. So he asked him, what is your name? And he said, Jacob, Yaquah. And he said, your name should no longer be Jacob, but Israel, Yasharallah. It says he who's the prince of the power. That's what it means. For you have struggled with the Most High, which I'm gonna read in the KJV because it don't say it right in the AMP. It says, and he said, thou shalt be called no more Jacob, but Israel, for as a prince thou hast power with the Most High and with men, and has prevailed. Right. Prince of the power. So he's a prince of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And we are prince of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua as well. So Salakia, I actually forgot where I was going with it. I completely forgot where I was going with this. Just reading it down. I know I was going into fitness and working out and just being in shape. And as a matter of fact, I might just, I feel like the spirit just done shifted now. So I might just say that lesson for another day. And just continue on this, speaking on this, because this is completely through the spirit. I completely forgot where I was going with this. I know this was the point, but like it said, his name is changed to Israel, Prince of the Power. It says, thou, I'm going to read again. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel, for as a prince thou hast power with the Most High and with men, and has prevailed. And Jacob asked him, I'm going to read verse 29 AMP. Then Jacob asked him, please tell me your name. But he said, why is it that you ask my name? And he declared a blessing of the covenant promises on Jacob there. I'm going to just read it out. So Jacob named the place Peniel, the face of the Most High, saying, for I have seen the Most High face to face, yet my life has not been, or my life is preserved, had not been snatched away. Now the sun rose on him as he passed Peniel, and he was limping because of his hip. Therefore, to this day, the Israelites do not eat the tendon of the hip, which is on the socket of the thigh, because he touched the socket of Jacob's thigh by the tendon of the hip. So I didn't expect to read this whole chapter out, Genesis 32, but just going into it, this is where Jacob was finally deemed, and his name was changed to Yasharallah. And it goes to show, like, even at this point in time, Esau was trying to wipe our nation out. Esau had it in his mind to wipe our nation out. This man has been wicked this entire time. Like, this is his whole existence. He's been wicked, and he will not receive any mercy. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua remembers all of this. It's like we say in the world, like it was yesterday. Well, for the Lord, it was number like 2 days ago. This ain't 2 days, 3 days ago. This ain't been no long time at all. This man has been trying to exterminate our nation since the beginning of time. And this is also just another reason why this man is going to be exterminated, off the face of the earth. Here it is. even going back to Cain and Abel, this man offered up a wicked sacrifice, something that Yahweh Shem Abishai would not approve of. And here it is, Abel offered up exactly what the Lord required, and he was accepted. And this man Esau hating on him to the point to where he killed him, murdered him, murdered Abel because he was wicked. And then came back in that same spirit in Esau. And then got was wicked, because he didn't just turn wicked after the birthright was taken, which was never meant for him to begin with. After he didn't receive the blessing of the birthright, he didn't just turn wicked. He was wicked from birth. That's the spirit of an Edomite. Well, he was wicked, and his whole life, this man just been trying to destroy Jake. Like I said, even in the womb, the children struggled together. They was fighting in the womb. One people shall be stronger than the other. Jacob is stronger than Esau. We are stronger than the Edomites. The elder shall serve the younger. Esau is going to serve us, and that has to play out. That's got to play out. And everything that these Edomites have done, we see their country falling. And they going to have to pay for every single bit of it. But as for us, it said we have power. It said for as a prince has thy power with the Most High and with men it has prevailed. And that comes with so many blessings beyond what we can imagine. Like, it's so many blessings that come with it that Yahweh Bashim Abishai said, look, I have not seen, ear have not heard. Nobody on earth knows exactly what Yahweh Bashim Abishai got planned for us. Like, nobody, you can't even fathom that. Like, nobody on this planet, it's like 8 billion people on this planet, and nobody has a vivid idea of what the Lord is about to do on the earth in regards to uplifting the Israelites. Like, we talking new bodies. We can only imagine. We can only go off of details of what the scriptures say, but we cannot put it. We can't vividly. We don't know. Like, but like it said, thou has, as a prince, thou has power with the Most High and with men, and has prevailed. Like, we finna have what we got coming. We're finna experience what it's like to be a god, but also have bodies that still have human functions. So we'll still be able to reproduce. Like, we're literally finna reproduce gods on the earth. Like, if men of the men of the elect, well, the elect in general, but the men, you're literally finna be given a body custom designed for you. That's finna and you're gonna be a god. Literally a god. And a part of your purpose and duty when we get to that point, Abaratazam, that number, is to make more gods. Like, because we know 2/3 of our people just in here in America is gonna get wiped out. And we know it's gonna be, those whose name wasn't written in the book of life, they're gonna be, they gotta come back. So again, a part of your duty is to reproduce more gods on the earth. We can't even imagine how that's finna be. We finna rule the earth with Yahweh Shai. Like, it's finna be so much is finna be opened up unto us. But like it said, thou had, for as a prince, hast thou power with the Most High and with men, and has prevailed. Like, our history is so amazing, so deep. Like, I can't even put it into words. Can't even imagine it. Like, you can't even just fathom what Yahweh Shema Mashah is finna do. And on the flip side, how low these Edomites are finna be brought. Because remember, this man is finna receive a punishment so devastating, and it's gonna be without mercy. Like, we can't even really imagine. Like, all we can do is just not reverse engineer, but like imagine what we went through and just see them in that position. But the Lord finna have them in something far worse. Like, the Lord finna have them destroy their kingdom, and then they're gonna have to clean up the mess behind it. And we can't even imagine what that's gonna look like. Like, you can't even imagine. And everything is gonna be against them. Everything is gonna be against them. Like, they're finna have a hell that's like, if the burning place under the ground actually existed, they would rather go there. It would be probably more merciful for them to go there than what they're about to experience on earth. But of course, the burning place underground that everybody knows is hell, that doesn't exist. Lord never created that place. But like, what they finna experience is finna be something far worse. We can't even put it into. You just can't. You can't imagine. We just have to wait to see it. And it's very soon to come. So I'm gonna end it right here. Like I said, I had my mind set on one topic, and then the spirit literally just shifted. And going back, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go back and watch it just to see what I was actually originally about to go into, because I completely forgot at this moment. And I'm pretty sure anybody else watching this video, you see just how the spirit can shift topics, because I know where I started off at and I'm ending somewhere completely different. But Lord willing, still edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutation to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children out there keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. Until next time.